Hello, my name is VSin, and this is a snapshot of Criminal Girls Invite Only. Now this game came out on February the 3rd, 2015 for the PlayStation Vita in North America. There are actually a lot of little controversies surrounding this game. I'll get through them one by one as we go through the video, but long story short, this is an RPG, a party-based RPG. The premise is whole bunch of girls stuck in hell, get them out of hell. And you fight shit and you get out of hell. That's the premise. That's really all you need to know. So let's just continue. Options menu, separate audio sliders, no big deal there. Alright, so I've been at this for 11 hours here. That's my save file. This video should be spoiler-free. I might get into very vaguely spoilery stuff later on, but for the most part, this is going to be spoiler-free. So what I want to start with here first is the combat systems. Let's go into menus, because I always use menus to start. Let's go status. So you have all your different party members. It has very simplified stats. Attack, defense, magical attack, magical defense, health, mana. That's it. Nothing complicated. Very simple. Everyone, of course, has their different distributions. Some are mages, some are like tank, DPS, glass cannon, all-rounded, healer, but honestly, Yuko actually is kind of terrible. Sako, who is your early game glass cannon, and then late game she seems to be kind of shit. Alice is your mage, etc. So, now, let's go into the skill system. Do I want to put this at the start or the end? I'm going to fight shit first, and then I'll deal with the controversial motivate feature. I'll deal with that a lot later on. And actually, I've got a big-ass rant for that, too. So when I get to that, you may want to skip over it anyways. So here are these skills you've got. You gain these by motivating the girls. Basically, I'll simplify it as applying skill points until they get the skill, shall we say. Okay? They have different skills. Again, these skills are fairly standard, like AoE ice damage, speed lowering, blah blah. And then stuff like self-buff, raise power of next magic attack, electric attack, and so on and so forth. The one I do want to point out here is Shin. She's slightly different because of these operation skills, where she basically gets other characters to also use their skills while she does this. So Operation Shock is she deals lightning damage, and Ran and Alice, if they have their lightning damage attacks unlocked, which I have done, then they will also do that. Unfortunately, this is a low proc rate. I'll have to cover that in battle. And otherwise, yeah, whatever. Different attack tiers, level 1, 2, 3. There are also these chain attacks. If both these characters are present in the battle, then this has a chance of showing up, and they will deal tons of damage. That's about it. Let's see here. So should we get into a standard battle, or should we go... Let's just get into a standard battle first so I can demonstrate. So, field skill. Field skills are just stuff that you can do on the map. And you have all these different effects. Doesn't really matter what these effects are right now. Oh, just summon a monster. Let's go fight shit. So what you have here are the 4 characters I have picked for battle. What happens is that from the list of all of their skills, you are given 4 random skills based on your party members. Okay? And what you have to do is you have to pick a skill, and that one skill is your entire turn. So let's just do this. In this case, this is an AoE attack with initiative. Goes before all the other turns. You can also hold X to make the text go by faster. Now they all attack. And then you get your next set of skills, and so forth and so on. What you can also do is you can change out your party member mid-battle. So let's use, sure, swap. Now 2 things happen. First of all, yes, you get a different character. What also happens is that all of the characters re-roll which skill that they get to use. You can escape, as you can see, triangle button. Not going to do that here. Finally, items. You can use items, you know, the usual heal, condition heal. MP healers are actually extremely rare, at least as far as I've seen, and they're really fucking expensive in the shop. But otherwise, like, yeah, you can use items. Items do not consume the turn. I only did that for demonstration purposes. I'd never do that in reality, but whatever. Let's do another AoE attack, because these are really easy enemies. Let's see. I only got rid of 1 of them. No, their turn again. Well, nope, no counter. What all these characters also have is, after a certain point, you can unlock a passive skill. Those, at the end of a turn, you have a chance to activate the skill. In Rand's case, it's a counter. If she gets hit, she has a chance to attack back once. For other ones, like for example, this chick in the top right, she regenerates MP at the end of each turn, deals an extra magic attack. I have no idea what the fuck she does. Anyways, grind you down. Let's do a two-person attack. One of the other things is that for some of these skills, they will have little quips about what the characters are like. So if I can just get this showing up. Ah, man. Yeah, that's her passive skill where she does extra magic ice damage. And that's theirs. Let me just quickly change the party back to what I like. Blah-da-da. Alright. Heal up real quick. These rest points here, you have rest. Motivate is basically apply skill points. Again, I'm going to cover that later, or I'm just going to rant. So, whatever. Shop is a shop. You get your consumable items there. I will say, though, that the price for, like, next tier items is really expensive. Like, you can see, this is heals 30. This is heals twice as much. And it is more than 20 times more expensive. So, yeah. Like, CM is basically gained from fighting battles. You can use it to both buy items and gain skills. So, whatever. Save is save. You don't need to know about that. So, you can use that to heal. That's the infirmary. You can also use this as a portal. And portal will take you to other places. I've been through these 4 areas so far. I believe it was here? Yes. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do another little part of the game. Am I in the right place? Yep, I am in the right place. Okay, so let's go back to Saz for a second. Okay, so you can see here on the screen, Wish, let me train. And you can see Inferno block 4F. Got it, you can whip me into shape. What happens is that as you add skills to all these characters, eventually they will say, hey, I want this thing, I want you to go find a thing somewhere, or I want to go fight monsters, stuff like that. So what you do is you just, they're basically side quests, you follow the quest, go do the shit. In this case, this is more combat. I'm just going to quickly show you a harder fight than the grunt fight. This is a bit of a mini boss, and it's actually tough for my level. Let's see here, Operation Assist, get all the buffs up. Alright. No, that's just 3-link combo. Let's go. Big bro, little bro. Little bro is single target, big bro is multi. Let's get rid of big bro. Because I already did this once just to be sure so I don't fuck this up horribly. And you can see this guy hits everyone twice. And then this guy... What the heck? Whatever. Well, they all attack once. Let's see. Heavy magic, counter... Let's see. Let's use this, then use the counter. So taunt, counter, and deal thunder damage with a chance to paralyze. Let's see, tons of damage. Attacks, tons of damage. Okay. I don't want that. Let's AoE them again. There we go. Everyone go burr. I'm going to see if I can kill them at the same time, because what happens is, if I don't kill them at the same time, then the other one heals to full and gets a massive attack buff. So... see. No, I don't want to use my group heals. Do I need them? No, I shouldn't need them. Okay, charging. Shit. That would... Shit. Okay, this isn't gonna work out at all. Okay, so then in that case, I'm going to use an item. One of my reses. And heal. I'm gonna see if I can cleave them. As I don't want to have to deal with a buffed single. Fuck. Shit. 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 Ooh. Please, please make my turn go first. Yes! Okay, so now I don't have to deal with the other guy dying, buffing the other one, and then everyone dies horribly. And so forth and so on. Let's get into one more fight. A really annoying one. Actually, this fight might take more than a few minutes. Because this is a regenerating boss. Let's see if this goes well or not. Operation Assist again. Get everyone buffed. Paralyze, paralyze. And they both take damage. Electric damage, single target, 3-link combo, blah. I don't really want to use my animation tonics. Let's swap out to the healer instead. Heal. Get that. Electrifying. I think I can get this boss down to about half before it becomes a problem. Paralysis, I believe it blocks the first action, and then after that point, continue to do actions. Now they're not paralyzed anymore. Had to heal, I guess. Like, I'm mostly waiting for the Operation Freeze. Hopefully it'll show up, or maybe it won't. Operation Shock, okay. So let's use Animation Tonic. Operation Shock. Now, those two, she'll deal tons of damage, then she'll deal tons of damage, and then she'll deal tons of damage. Okay. Let's swap you in. Okay, potion and magical attack, support. Don't need support, don't need that. She can't afford that, so. The odd is the deal extra damage. Ah, fuck. I'm regenerating already. Come on, please proc. Nope, no proc. Okay, store up magic, Kimmy. Store up magic. Paralyze, paralyze. Nope. Back to the healer. I'm mostly just praying for procs right now, because if I don't get procs, I can't deal enough damage to out-damage this guy. It doesn't help that I didn't really bring enough items. Operation Shock. Do it again, I guess. Paralysis. Oh, they're both paralyzed. Shit. I only have 2 animation tonics. Give it to her then. Operation Shock. Paralyzed. Oh, it's extra. Okay. Oy. Oh, by the way, when their HP drops too far, they won't have a skill available, so you have to, you know, deal with that later. Magic is better. No, I don't give a fuck about you. Let's put you in instead. Mana drain again. Operation Assist. Heal M. Operation Assist. Alright, buff again. Please proc your mana regen. God damn it. Okay, Burr. I'll go solo passionate. Burr. Ice damage. My heals again. Storm magic, no. Back to you. Shocking, 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Just hope for the procs. Ah, goddamn, no heal proc. Okay, that means I have to do this then. See if force paralysis. Charging, can't do anything. Alright, taunt. Well, I did get the paralysis, so that's something. Let's do yo. Okay, single target ice damage. And then paralyzed for 1 turn. Operation Fire. No, that's not going to do anything. Let's just field her anyways in case it procs Operation Fire again. Operation Shock, sweet. This should finish it, I hope. Please finish it. Thank God. Okay, that's done. And the other boss isn't too hard, but I'm just gonna skip it so we don't have to get to the end of this. Let's just skip the last one because otherwise we're gonna be stuck here forever. Field skill. Return. All right, now time for the motivation mechanic. Now that we've been through all that, let's quickly heal up. I'm not 100% sure why you have to do a manual command to heal up in here, since you almost always come here and then heal immediately and do other shit, but whatever. Game design. Alright, motivation. Let us motivate Shin. Okay, so how this goes is that you have various different options. These show up as you beat floor bosses, and you get this list, again, back to the skill list, where, you get to unlock more skills. In this case, Slippery Slope, the next tier will be fight with max 4 cooperation, auto attack, all 4 active members, auto attack. So let's do this. And this is where the controversy is. So yeah, it's a mini-game. I'll actually personally recommend holding the Vita vertically for a lot of these mini-games, although I think for this particular one, you're better off holding it sideways because it's a little bit easier. Oh, come on. Do something. Fuck, am I gonna miss this one? Damn. Okay, so this. The problem I have is that it only accepts a maximum of 2 touch points for the front and rear. So sometimes what happens is that if you, like, for example, if you're holding it slightly wrong, it'll count, like, the edge of the touchpad as a full touch, and so then you're holding it over the place you're trying to put it on. It's like, what? But I'm trying to do this and that. I think I'll just summarize that as rear touch minigames on the Vita suck universally. Please, developers everywhere, don't do it. Please. Anyways, I'm going to do this one more time to unlock the skill. Let's see if I don't fuck this up as badly. I'm going to try holding it vertically. I found it easier to do most of these minigames while holding the Vita vertically, so here we go again. Oop, other way. There we go. Front, back. Come on. Damn. Should still be okay. Ah, there we go. Front. There we go. Other minigames involve, like, holding over a certain point for a long period of time, swiping in a certain direction over a certain point. The feather minigame is swiping back and forth. Anyways, here you go. I get it. Level up. And that's basically how it goes. You may notice that I completely ignored the picture of the chick in the background. Personally, I cannot be bothered to give enough fucks about that image. I'm here to get the skill and get the fuck out, so I don't have to deal with the minigame. Because, you know, as I just mentioned, I hate anything to deal with rear touch minigame gimmicks. Like, I think the only game that actually did it right was Welcome Park, for fuck's sake. That and Tearaway, but mostly because there was no real precision needed in Tearaway. You kind of just slapped it around and stuff happened. But this is just, no, please, I don't want to have to use the rear touch. It's just a pain in the ass. Sure, I can get to the end of it. It's a pain in the ass to use the rear touch. Plain and simple. Next topic is censorship. I'm gonna use Ran here. I could actually use Sako or Yuko, but I really don't want to deal with the pedophilia thing, so let's use Ran. So I'm just gonna get to the end of this minigame and then show you what I'm talking about. By the way, that thing in the top left-hand corner, that was me trying to just hold my Vita. Again, it's really annoying to do rear touch minigames on this thing, because no, please, no rear touch minigames for the love of God. Alright, now that we're done with that, you can see on the right side of the screen, right here, that right there, that's the censorship. They censored it in two ways. A, they removed the audio, because normally she would actually be moaning in the Japanese version. The second thing is that they did, over certain parts, they did those sort of really thick pink spots, like this. And I'm just sitting here going, well, removing the audio I think was effective in completely desexualizing this, because without the audio, I just couldn't give half a fuck, and even with the audio, it would probably just sound weird. But this censorship, like, what are you censoring? What have you succeeded at censoring? I think this is closer to bubbling than censoring. Like, no. No. Like, there's a difference between censoring and... This is my rant, basically. They fail at censorship completely. Like, they shouldn't be censoring in the first place because, you know, you saw the other image. I don't think it was particularly bad. Okay? And then there's this where it's just like, you're making it look worse than it is. It's really not that bad. Look it up online if you don't believe me. And third thing is, I'm not really here for masturbation or even a semi. Like, if I wanted to do that, I would go find porn. This isn't really enough anymore for anybody. Maybe if you're 13, but I don't know. Either way, it's just like, the censorship just kind of rubs me the wrong way because it's unnecessary, and the way they did it is so shitty that it's just, why did you even bother censoring it if this is what you were going to do? Are you just doing it to say, hey, we censor it, and then everyone's up in an outrage? Like, can you just not censor it? Would this really have been a problem? Is there a law that I'm not aware of where ass cracks are not allowed to be shown? Like, there's another image where it's just her ass crack. There's nothing you could possibly see there. Like, either way, this is my main complaint. This entire minigame, I feel it is unnecessary because it's just so clumsy. I'm completely desensitized to it. And I'm here for the skill, to get in here, get the skill, and get out, and I really couldn't give half a fuck about this minigame that is both a pain in the ass to deal with, and kicks up a controversy for no reason, and has this stupid censorship that just doesn't accomplish anything for anybody at all. Either way, would I recommend this game? Because at the end of the day, it's actually a good RPG. You know, for all that ranting, this is actually a decent RPG. Like, not gonna lie, it is decent. It is not the greatest thing since sliced bread or anything, but it's decent, you know? And to me, it's just like, yeah, it's worth it as an RPG. But it's not amazing. Like, the story is okay. I care about the characters-ish. Like, I actually like this combat system. I feel that it's sort of the sense of, like, it's actually you're only controlling one character with multiple talent trees sort of thing. That sort of thing, like that's sort of what it feels like, and I enjoy this sort of combat system. I actually found it really annoying. I wasn't sure what to think of it, but it's like, I enjoy this combat system. I think it's really nice. And like some of the dungeon crawling, it's a little bit standard and samey, but it's still pretty good, you know? Like, they still do a solid job. It doesn't reinvent the wheel or anything. Like, there are stuff like if you played enough RPGs, maybe you're aware of the corralling minigame where you, like, have to chase a thing into a corner and then you catch it sort of thing. Like, there's that sort of minigame in the game. I will say, though, that for some of the dungeon crawling sections, it looks open world, open-ended, but it's really linear. The game telling you, go here, now go here, now go here, now go here. That is a little bit disappointing, but it's not every part of the game. And I'm okay with it existing. I think it maybe is a little bit heavy-handed with that sort of exceedingly linear go here, go there, but, you know, it's still okay. And stuff like that. And, like, overall, it's just like, yay. Oh, that's a spoiler. Either way, just like, it's solid dungeon crawling. Not amazing, but solid. And it has a combat system I enjoy. And the skill progression, throwing the minigame aside, it's also solid progression, you know? Like, it's solid as a game. But then there's the problem, because on my channel, I always include price. I always consider price. And that's where the recommendation falls apart. They're expecting me to pay 40 bucks for this. And I did actually pay 40 bucks for this because I don't get review copies yet. But, you know, this is the sort of game where I go, well, it's pretty good, but it plays like an indie. That's really the problem here. It plays like an indie, and you're expecting 40 bucks from it. I'm sorry, that's not an acceptable price for the value, basically. Solid game, but I would not recommend anyone ever paying this much. And so, really, that to me is the biggest sticking point, because that's why I wouldn't recommend this game. As a game in a vacuum, I would recommend it, actually. But, in context, I cannot in good conscience say buy this for 40 bucks. Like, I think the most I would pay for this, in retrospect, would be somewhere in the ballpark of, like, 30 bucks tops. 20 bucks seems a lot more reasonable. And I can see, like, if you had to pay the 6,000 yen in Japan, I can see it because they have voice acting for fucking everything. Like, everything is voice acted. So, I can totally believe why in Japan you might have to pay that much. But this is a localization effort. I don't think you actually can really justify the localization effort with a $40 price tag, you know? So basically, TLDR, it actually is worth having and playing, but not worth the initial purchase price. And TLDR is basically, as long as you are not offended by the minigame, and you can put up with it, because personally I still don't like it, it's worth having and playing, but it's not worth the retail price that NIS expects of people. That, to me, is a ripoff. Wait for it to go on sale. My name has been Beeson. Thanks for watching.